Welcome grade 2 students. Good afternoon class. How are you today? It is so good to know that you are all okay. So first, let me introduce myself. I am teacher Justine and I am your English teacher for today. Before we start, may I know who are the absents? There's none? Okay, so we have a perfect attendance. So first, let's read our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to A. Identify action words. B. Determine the use of verbs. And C. Construct sentences using common verbs. I know that you are excited for our lesson for today, so let's get started. I have a questions. Do you have a favorite character? Who is your favorite cartoon character? Okay, I also have here my favorite cartoon character. Do you want to meet them? Okay, their name is Phineas and Ferb. Say hi to Phineas and Ferb, kids. Would you like to hear a story about Phineas and Ferb? Alright, but before we start, I want you all to listen carefully. Avoid doing some unnecessary stuff because I will ask a few questions later. Is that okay? Alright then, the story is entitled The Outer Space Adventure of Phineas and Ferb. One day, while they were sitting at their yard, Phineas and Ferb had a strange idea. They planned a big rocket, which they will be using to go to the moon. When they finally go to the moon, their excitement brought them to jump vigorously. Phineas and Ferb had a great time playing in outer space. They sing a lullaby, they dance energetically, and also they run all over different regions on the moon. The two boys had a wonderful experience playing together. That's why Phineas and Ferb felt tired. At that point, they decided to go back to their house and take a rest. The end. So class, did you understand the story? Who are the characters of the story? Very good, it's Phineas and Ferb. Where did they go? Very good, at the moon. What did they do in the moon? Alright, they played. So let's go back to the story. What do Phineas and Ferb does first in the moon when they arrived? Anyone? Very good, they jumped. After that, what are the activities they do all over the moon? Yes, they sing. What else? Very good, they dance. And lastly, they run. Very good. Again, what are the activities they do? Who can give me the 4 activities they do in the moon? Yes, the jumping, singing, dancing, and running. Very good. Let's proceed to our discussions. What have you noticed on the picture? Correct. The pictures shows action. Who can give me another example of action words? Eating, walking, and talking. Very good. Okay, so that is our lesson for today. Those action words are called verbs. Verbs are action words that shows action. Do you understand? Alright, so let's proceed to our first activity. Who can read an answer for number 1? Okay, correct. Number 1 is cry. Very good. How about number 2? Very good. The answer for number 2 is laugh. Next for the number 3. Okay, very good. The answer for number 3 is run. And lastly for number 4. Correct. Eat. Thank you, and you really did a good job. Alright then, let's see if you really understand the lesson. Who can answer my questions? What are the verbs? Verbs are action words that shows actions. What do we call word that shows action? Alright, verbs. And so I have here some learning work for you. Fill in each blank with the correct verb form from the box. The words from the box are push, playing, swims, throws, and ride. Who can read that answer for number 1? Very good. The answer for number 1 is swims. For number 2, okay. The answer for number 2 is right. But for number 3, who can answer? Very good. The answer is playing. How about for number 4? Who can read and answer? Alright. The answer for number 4 is throws. For number 5? Very good. The answer for number 5 is push. Very good, everyone. I know that you have learned our lesson for today. So for your assignment, construct 5 sentences using common verbs that will be passed by tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, and see you on our next adventure.